So some of these anime have pretty long titles, am I right? I am right. They objectively they have unusually long titles. This is a phenomenon within animation that's always kind of fascinated me, and I've always been really interested in its roots in amateurism. You know, a lot of anime get their start not from some like big production team, but in a light novel. And light novels are a fairly saturated market that anyone can try and break into, but that very few people find success in. To try and stand out among the crowd, a lot of people use these really, really long titles that are effectively advertisements for the premise of the story. However, these titles only do so much to actually tell you about, what the contents of the story are going to be. And I want like maybe a bit of like a visual preview above and beyond the teaser image. And so what I did is I took all of these really, really long titles for fall 2022 anime and put them into the Dalle 2 text-to-image AI to see what it spat out so that I could get some sort of an idea of what to look forward to. Fair warning, by the way, we got kittens, and they were kind of loud. I'm trying my best to talk in between them causing a ruckus, but, if you hear some stuff that I didn't manage to record around, that's what it is. So to start, I put in Chainsaw Man. It's not one of these long titles, but it is something that I'm really, really excited for. And what do you know? It's a bunch of pictures of a guy holding a chainsaw, one of which is like weirdly cut off, and another of which is like using this like weird mannequin with black pants. And like, okay, this is fine. This is fine. It's a start. But it's not really giving me a sense of what the Chainsaw Man anime adaptation might look like. So I put anime after Chainsaw Man to see what I get. And let me just say, the next chapter of Anonymous Agony is looking fantastic. Seriously, what is with this, like, weird, deviant, arty style that comes up sometimes when I put in anime at the end of these things? Like, it really makes me wonder what exactly they used as their, like, image pool. What are you doing in there? You're not a dustpan. You're a cat. Where was I? Data pools or something? Whatever. Alright, so that's probably not what Denji is gonna look like in the anime, but I'm not getting too discouraged. Let's try The Eminence in the Shadow. I actually read a little bit of the manga a few years back, and it was pretty funny, so I put in the title, and I got, like, some weird, like, religious stuff out of it. Like, it all comes off, like, vaguely, like, Buddhist, and I think, like, is that a mosque? I put in The Eminence of Shadow anime, and I got out something that's somehow even more deviant-arty. I do kind of like the one on the left. It's got this, like, interesting, like, white-black scheme going on. But overall, it really just looks like a bunch of, like, bad DeviantArt OCs. Which is weirdly fitting given the subject matter of the anime, but I don't know. I don't know what I was expecting with reincarnated as a sword. It's just pictures of swords. I do notice that one of them has this weird like Ouroboros thing kind of going on. So I guess that incorporated the reincarnation bit. But adding an anime gave some kind of cool stuff. I do like this one like green-haired girl. I think she's got kind of like a neat whatever this is, if you squint and like it looks kind of like a human. It's got a cool design. Also, one of these images just like included some trigonometry for some reason. Beast Tamer is one of the things that caught me off guard the most. Half of them that I got were kind of like weird Halloween costume looking things. But then all of a sudden, you just got this like fanboy and chum chum looking ass like mascot of some canceled Nickelodeon like animated show. And honestly, I just don't know how to feel about it. When I put anime at the end, I genuinely just like can't think of like any particular jokes. Though one of them doesn't even have a beast that they're taming. One of these things is just a furry. But honestly, Beast Tamer isn't even the proper name of this show. It's the lame, dumb, proper English name made by a localization team that understood what made for a good title and was kind of embarrassed by all of this terrible like, long title crap. But screw that. We're here for the terrible long titles. So I translated it myself and got something along the lines of, the Beast Tamer was banished from the party, but then he met the strongest cat girl. Here's what I got. And there's a lot of good stuff here. It's all very evocative, but I gotta say, probably my favorite one is, Best Beast the Bee Bestest! Eee! It's so excited! It's so excited about this beast! Oh, God. I love this duo. She's rocking the yellow dress. This weird, like, beast thing. Just, she loves the hell out of it. She's super supportive. This is the wholesome content that I am hoping, from this anime. But this was before I put in anime, so let's see what happens when I put in anime. And we get some stuff. I'm gonna go one by one on these. The first involves, like, in what seems to be some, like, fantasy setting, a guy and a girl seeming to be, some sort of nobility of some sort, who has, like, weird cat ear-esque, like a crown on her head, and then the two of them just kind of have a pet cat who looks really lost and confused. Then we have this absolute travesty of an OC who really just looks like he's, like, craving death, and is just really, really scraggly green cat that's just kind of laying, and they're both sort of vibing, looking like it's kind of a lazy Friday for the two of them. This next one's pretty similar to the first one, where it's just like, like this guy and this girl. This girl seeming to be kind of a witch, and like their cat, but their cat's got this weird, like, rhinoceros horn going on. So, maybe more of a beast tamer than just, like someone who owns a cat. And then finally, easily my favorite, whatever the hell this is. You got this girl with purple hair who's, like, half dodging a sword strike and half giving this guy a fist bump, and this guy is just this weird, like, lion furry thing, and they look like they've got just the coolest, most fun, wholesome dynamic. I want to watch this. I want to watch this version of Beast Tamer. If it is anything else, I'm going to riot in the streets. I've somehow gotten stronger when I improve my farm-related skills. Is just a bunch of pictures of people farming. With this one in particular, they did a bad job on the face. This is a weird face. I don't like this face. I feel like this face is, related to some kind of, like, dark witchcraft or something. I'm not a fan. When you add anime to the end, you've got, like, this kid, being taught by his dad how to carve a pumpkin using, like a scimitar or something. And then you've also got this, like, admittedly, like, really nice-looking, like, picture of a cute girl holding a small pumpkin. I like this one. This one's nice. This one's very aesthetically pleasing. And then you get, this, like, butchered, like, weird cross-section of a comic strip, which says, Iln I am del com e Fulstime foid stall al comomer. Foid? Whoever this guy is, it's an incel. Forma signs will arfsid weird! What are those, like, artichokes? I'm a villainous, so I'm taming the final boss. Clearly an isekai. Though I gotta be honest, I'm not a big fan of what this gave me. I love Otome isekais, but this is just like a bunch of, like, Halloween costume adverts. When you add anime, though, you get a bunch of really fun things. You got this, which is, I don't know, I'm not the biggest fan of this one. It just, something about it makes me feel uncomfortable. But the rest of these, I gotta say, actually look like shows that I want to watch. First, you've got Villa All or V Ilsis. And I gotta say, I'm loving the way that this is all put together. The nice, like, shadowy face with, like, the text above it is actually, like, a really, like, good teaser picture. Next up, my second favorite is Visimins. Woe all Villi. And couldn't have said it better myself. I just love this character design, right? She crossed her arms, she's like, like looking kind of upset. She got the little horns, the green hair. It's awesome. But by far, my favorite, and my personal waifu of all of these Dalle image generations, is F the Visosa, which actually sounds like the name of like a half-decent anime, right? Look at the style on this. Look at the swagger. She's got the sunglasses. She's like striking the pose. I want to watch this. If this isn't what the anime is, then I'm suing. More than a married couple, but not lovers. Not really sure what that title means, though it does feel kind of fitting that someone who kind of looks like your Briar is like in a silhouette for one of these. Most of them, it is kind of boring, though I do like that, like, one of these was done with Legos. Add an anime, and it just gets sad. One of these, like, daily life of high school looking ones, actually looks like these guys are, like, kind of, like, happy, even if they're from some weird, like, bizarro world. But these other ones, I just see, like, death in these eyes. None of these people are happy with the marriage they got. They are married, but they're not quite lovers, This isn't really what they were hoping for. Normare has got to be my favorite Imaishi property. Management of a novice alchemist. You got two people on, like, these weird backgrounds. One with this weird, like, floating butt plug, and another, like... Is she taking a picture of a beaker? I'm very confused by what I'm looking at with this one. These other two, they got these, like, big, intense backgrounds. They seem to be doing some real alchemy, you know what I mean? One of these guys is just, like, really getting into the theatrics. He's waving his hands around. He knows that makes the alchemical chemicals work better. And then this guy just seems to be having, there's a lot of smoke coming out, so that's either a really good thing or a really bad thing. You add an anime, and one of these things, this isn't anime. This is a guy. They tried to make a guy. I don't know why they tried to make a guy. I'm not really sure I like that they tried to make a guy. All of these, weirdly enough, look like character art for different types of vaguely anime-inspired Western indie games. Do you know what I mean by that? They've all got this certain energy to them. And I can just see them, like, on some screen with, like, text, like, blipping under them, talking about how, like, oh, you need to, like, get this for me, so go into the first dungeon. Next up, I tried Peter Grill and The Philosopher's Time, Super Extra. And this is a season 2. And so I've mostly been trying to do, like, original shows that are new this season. But this was such a great title that I kind of had to try. And don't worry, it's pretty good. Puder Git per Perator of Get Pert, Pets of Purr, Hurt Reiner Pitz, Air Gitter Grrr, Height Polar, Pert, Peller, Pert! I added anime, and it wasn't much different. Ritter Piertet, Peptal Plur, Petter Peel Pet, Palette, Ear, Petiller! I really like these ones. Next up, we have My Master Has No Tail, which is just a bunch of pictures of dogs with their owners. And honestly, this is kind of like a hilariously literal, it makes a surprising amount of sense. Like, a dog might be a little bit confused why their master seems to walk on 2 legs and lacks a tail to wag. Add in anime, and we go back to, like, where, like, everyone has text, and it's just, like, a bunch of, like, weird, like, almost anthropomorphized animals. I really like this one. I'm Maphalister. I must mar muster mist mat master. Mult master. I gotta say, if My Master Has No Tail is a magical girl anime and this is like the mascot, then I'm really looking forward to it. Next we have Akiba Maid War, and it's just a bunch of pictures of girls in maid outfits with varying levels of, like, convincing eye construction. Dolly's pretty good at making real people, and really good at maid outfits for some reason. And then we have Akiba Maid War anime, and it is just a bunch of anime girls in maid outfits. I should not have saved this one for last. Yeah, that was a mistake. If you guys enjoyed that, then make sure that you like and leave a comment. Subscribe for more, because I've got a bunch of new videos coming out. I'm going to be making, things here and there in this new season, but I'm also working on a really, really big video where I just do a huge deep dive into a single anime. It's going to be like 3 hours or something. I'm going to be releasing it in parts on my Patreon, so make sure you click the link in the description to subscribe to my Patreon. And make sure that you have a great day. Click the bell, that one too.